Hey YouTubers and friends, don't go away because in this episode we'll be building this, a Saruca. Every prospector should have. So remember, don't go away!
In the shed. In the shed with Ed.
Alright, well here's a big chunk of PVC piping. What I'm going to do with this is make a Saruca, much like Dan Hurd did. I'm going to cut off this rough ends and mark it so it's nice and good, as true as I can get, clean it up, and then I'll cut like 2 inches and then about a ½ inch off of that and make a Saruca out of it with some screen I have somewhere, but let me get to it. Alright, so now that I have the tape around it in a good circle, I'm going to cut along it, use it as a guide. You want to make sure you keep your fingers clear of the blade. That ain't bad. I'll sand that a little and then cut more off and then a little more and go from there. Alright, as you saw earlier when I cut this off to make it a cleaner and squarer cut, I sanded it and prepped it. Now I have my gauge I have, it's an old carpenter's tool, see? I guess you can't see it all that well, but it's a nice old carpenter's tool. But it's a gauge. I have it on 1.5 inch and it has a little sharp point on it. I'm gonna scratch into it. Makes a good scratch. I don't like. Alright, well, I got the one part cut, as you see here. Now I'm going to cut off about 3/8 of it right here. And that's what's going to sandwich my mesh with the bottom, and then it will be screwed in. If you saw any of Dan Hurd's stuff, this is taken from his Saruca. The overall width is about 1.5 inches. You want to be very careful operating tools be aware of where the blade is. Don't hold it down here, because I'll be cutting that way. I have it in this vise to keep it secure. I'll be stopping and moving it, and I have marks on it to indicate where it needs to be when I drill the pilot holes for the screw. So go in here, plunge cut, plunge cut your bit, and off you go. Let off the vise a little. I have a nail down here, so it will still allow me to have pressure on it. Tighten it back up and continue. Watch your fingers so you don't cut them. Alright, well there it is. Now I have two separate pieces for my Saruca. Alright, well as you know, I got both my pieces. I have it so my lines line up. I did have a better piece of screen, but this will do the job. So come here, you get it out. Draw a circle around it. See, I have the circle drawn, and then I'll take my snips, which I don't have right here. But I do have really handy. I'm gonna have to do this over again because I wanted to use I'll cut some extra around this because we can always cut it later. Give me a little extra grab. Wish I could find my better screen, but I'll buy a better screen and I'll redo it. But you get this in here, make sure you are where you're lined up. we're going to kind of tighten it as we go around. But from here, I'll drill some, I'll pre-drill it, and then I'll secure it together, and then I'll have a Saruca. Nice little one you can put right in your backpack. But I need to find the right screws and stuff before I go on. So we'll be right back. Alright, well, you want to measure out pretty much equal amounts. I got the appropriate size bit. Now it's set in as deep as I need to, so I don't need to put any tape around it to show my depth. But you want to be very careful, go totally vertical, up and down into your material so you don't blow out the side. And you just continue going around. Ouch. Be careful of not burn yourself. And God, probably could be doing this on a drill press. Probably be a lot easier, but that's okay. Not everyone has a drill press, but continue going around. around. I'm gonna pull off the tape, and I'm gonna clean off the edges here, and then I'll put on the screen, and then I could do the final see, it kind of melted it a little. Go through here, knock off this stuff. Alright, well, did that side, now this side. Got that. Got my screen. Put it over there. Now I want to line these up right. Line those up right. Get them there. Then I'll drive in a screw. Doggone it. My battery on my DeWalt's not working well, so I'm going to switch out my bits. Secure this down. Put on the clutch so I don't strip it out. Now I have a screw in there. I'll come over to this side. I'll come over to this side and I'll pull it tight. Pull that tight. Ouch. Pull that tight. Make sure your screws go in the right direction. Make sure you didn't fuck nothing up. Alright. Pull it tight. Keep your fingers clean. Go around. I didn't buy these screws, I didn't buy the pipe, I didn't buy the screen. Screen I had laying around. Now I'm going to want to pull this tight in here. gonna do, doggone it. I'm gonna start several of these because I'll be wanting to bounce back and forth. And yeah, I'll switch the screen out after I go buy one. I've been wanting to get this build done, show you how easy it is to make your own Saruca. Like I said, you could go over to Dan Horde and check out his video on them. Pull that a little taut. Go over here, pull this a little taut. Go over here, pull this a little taut. Pull this a little taut. Alright, then all you need to do is I did pretty good with the screw holes except for one, but hey. So now all you have to do is trim that up. If I could find a razor blade in my messy shop. I'm just taking a nice sharp razor and going around it. Dulls your razor pretty quick, so alright, now just to keep me from getting poked, I'm going to wrap it with a little bit of this white tape. So this is electrical tape, it's pretty waterproof. So I'm going to put it right around this edge, right there. Okay, I'm about done. Alright, and there we have a Saruca. Little one. give her a try out on the stream and see how it does. Thanks for joining me. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe below, comment, like, and share if you would. Thanks for joining me here on another day of In the Shed with Ed, or another episode of In the Shed with Ed. Yes, I make mistakes. I'm only human. So, until then, may you always have a flash in your pan, and you know what I always say, maybe one day too, I'll see you on the river. Or is it you on the river? I don't know. Until then, y'all have a good night. Thank you very much.